Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our channel. Today we have Madeline, Marnie, Sunny, and Larry with us, and we have a very exciting tarot pull for you. I believe I know nothing about the background of it. I am on a social media detox, and just a little blurb and a check-in with the social media detox. It's going really good. If anybody else wants to check in and tell everybody your progress, just so that we create a community so it helps people and kind of like encourages people. I did my social media detox, and that was harder than the fasting. I was not watching videos, so I don't know any of the background that we're doing today. I did watch one in the bath, but I find it difficult because I need to stay in touch with my family. So I have my phone for texting. Um, and then I spent some time catching up on messages in the morning and at night. So I'll just keep trying on that. The fasting went wonderful. I don't have an issue with fasting usually, but I do wake up in the middle of the night when I do fast and I have like peanut butter and like crap food. So last night I called in the Sentinel that Salish had given me and worked with that, did some releasing of some really deep wounds around food. Just by a breath out, just by a very kind of like modified technique and just breathing everything out and being in my center while I'm doing it. And then, yeah, and I didn't wake up in the middle of the night, so I'm good to go. Day one is done, and now I'm on day two. And I think I'm gonna do it till the end of the month if I can. That's the goal, but I'm just gonna try my best. Anybody else have an update on the fasting and the social media detox? Come on, you guys. Jerry, I know you did it.
Well, I've been doing detox for a few weeks now, but it hasn't been like full on. I think if I did full on, I'd probably die. So, so it has to be a gradual thing for me. Because I've no, we know somebody that has done a full on hardcore detox, and they had all kinds of physical ailments. It's like too much at one time. What is it, yard by yard, and it's hard, inch by inch, and it's a cinch. So it's been a gradual process for myself. And it's like bread is still one that I want to kick to the curb. I think today is going to be the day, and I'm not going to be trying. I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be kicking bread to the curb today. So yeah, you're right, Marcia. It is tough. The social media thing is tough. I'm not quite as fond of certain ones like Facebook and such, but I do rely on Telegram to get in contact with my soul tribe. So that's about where I'm at.
Yeah, I can also add I have been detoxing. I've been not 100%, and it helped me. I feel better basically. Mainly doing green smoothies and herbal teas, and it's been very helpful. I've lost 10 pounds
Wow.
in 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow. Can you share with everybody what herbal teas you're actually taking? And again, you guys, we are not medical advisors. This is just sharing our journey with you. Definitely seek medical advice before you start any fasting. Listen to your body and go see a doctor, right? Can you share what teas you're doing?
Yeah, I've been using dandelion root, burdock root, nettles, cilantro, and parsley.
Amazing.
Basically, that's been my teas, and then a lot of times they don't taste very good, but that's okay.
Jesus, Larry, that's some powerful concoction there. I love it.
Jerry, what are you
Yeah,
drinking? How are you detoxing? What are you using? Jerry
Uh,
is our garden. He is like so amazing in the garden. He knows so much about soil, pH balance, gardening. He has this beautiful garden, grows his own food. I have had his food. We used to live in the same kind of vicinity. And so I've tasted his tomatoes, and you can taste the love in them. Like they are so good. They're so much better than store-bought tomatoes and everything. The cucumbers were delicious. My kids love his food. So I'm sorry to interrupt. What are you drinking?
Well, there's no real secret. All I do is I just actually try to stay out of the way as much as possible is what I try to do, and then just bury whatever needs to get buried. And you're right, just sending love to the plants and such, and appreciation does everything for me. For teas, I didn't dry my dandelion root enough, and I went in there and it was moldy, so I had to throw out all my dandelion root, which was kind of depressing because they're kind of harder to find right now than it is the burdock for me. But I know where I can actually any dandelion roots will work because there's different variations of the dandelion. But where the church where I cut the grass at, I threw out the pesticides that they had there like years and years ago. So I've never put in any kind of horrible chemicals on the lawn there at all. So that's usually where I go and get my dandelions from. But right now, essentially, I have some burdock left, and I did harvest on the full moon. I harvest the I was going to say peppermint, the spearmint, and the rest of the holy basil. And so I really noticed there was quite a bit of oils and quite strong flavor off of those plants when I harvest them on the full moon. So that was really awesome. The new moon is here tomorrow, and I think we got some good meditations going on for that. I think you're going to talk probably more about that, Marcia. But that's a good time to pull out the roots. So if you're going to do some root crops now tomorrow, and well, between now and the next day or two, it'll be a fantastic time to do that. So yeah, I just been doing lots of teas too. That's my normal routine.
Awesome. So why are you saying full moon and new moon? Can you talk more about like the quality
Yeah,
of that?
sure, absolutely. Yeah, so full moon typically is when you want to harvest like a full moon harvest. You want to harvest your above ground crops. That's when most of the energy is pulled up into the plants, so that they have tremendous amount of energy. And same thing with the new moon, the energy is going down, so that the roots will bear, excuse me, a lot of energy. So yeah, that's the way to go with that. And then they store better, they last longer, they have more flavor. It's a lot of people don't realize that. But as we are paying attention more to the earth and becoming stewards of the earth again, then we need to follow some of these modalities to be in tune and harmony with the earth, with Mother.
It's the ancient knowledge that has been lost in the past. People did all this. They were so in tune with the earth, so in tune with the natural balance of the earth. We did do a meditation on returning to the natural balance and away from the time because we are so away from that. I mean, our calendar has changed. It takes us right away. We have daylight savings time. That just wreaks havoc on our bodies. Like it knocks us off the natural kind of flow of the universe of Mother Earth. So that's what I know that we all here want to do is return back to that while living on Earth here. Like it's like bringing heaven to Earth, right? While then
Um,
bringing in the spiritual kind of knowledge, the ancient knowledge that has been lost, and trying to meld it as best as we can in our daily lives. I'm sorry, Jerry.
yeah, no, that's good. And yeah, and so that's really what like a lot what we're all trying to there we go again. That's what we're doing here is we're looking at the herbs as a way to bring us back to center our bodies. So that's really the crux of what we all are looking to do is going back to our original blueprint. So we're using the herbs because the herbs, I don't think anybody really, even myself, fully understood the potency of the herbs. Like they are the first pharmacy, the true pharmacy. All other pharmaceuticals are just synthetic versions, concoctions, mimics of the original medicine, which is the herbs. And they're the old saying that let food be thy medicine, right? So
Yeah. Madeline or Marnie, do you guys want to share your path and what you're doing right now just to kind of realign yourself if you're fasting, if you're not fasting, and what you're doing instead?
I am not fasting. I've been taking herbal teas. I've been eating sourdough bread lately for comfort, and it's been fantastically tasty, and I'm enjoying it, and I make no apologies.
Uh,
And yeah, I hope that the herbal teas will kick in for me. I've been doing them for weeks. Dandelion, usually burdock, um, some yellow dock, just whatever ones I bought. Um, but I'm still drinking my coffee with cream and I'm loving that as well. So I am a bad adherent to the program. I get a D
that's great.
grade.
No, you don't get a D. You don't get a D. So she brings up a really good point because a lot of us are starting out looking into the burdock and the nettles, and you take your D down. Take your but the one thing I'm not doing any of that either. Um, the one thing I am doing is just pine needle tea. It's handy. I have so many pine trees outside, Douglas fir. But look into that. You can just like clean it and then steep it, right? So it's again, it's like not perfection. Whatever your body is wanting, whatever your soul is calling to you. And I feel like we're all really connected to our higher selves, and our higher selves do lead us. So I'm being led to drink pine needle tea. Marnie is being led to eat sourdough for comfort because she does need it right now. And I totally applaud that, Marnie. Way to go.
yeah, and just if anybody wants to know about ratios, you don't need to drink a whole glass of burdock or dandelion root. It would probably be totally disgusting. Those are very pungent and they're very, very potent. So I wouldn't recommend drinking it like that. If a person wants to have an enjoyable tea, which I do, I think what I've been doing personally is using either holy basil, spearmint, or lemon balm. And I did manage to harvest some lemongrass this past little while. So I would take those as my like 70% as I would put that type of concoction use. So I use holy basil, do like 50-60%, but you want to get those nettles in there because those nettles have all of the minerals. So get a nice big bag of nettles, minerals, and then put them in with your holy basil. You could use spearmint, holy basil. Those are two of the really higher energizers for getting clarity. It really helps the higher chakras. And then the base, because you want to have a good root, is you add about 5 or 10% burdock or dandelion in there. And typically you steep those ones longer because they're deep tissue rooted. So you want to steep. You could steep them separately if you want, or get a slow cooker, put it all on a slow cooker for like hours at a time, so it's not steaming and boiling it away. And just keep topping it up with water. And if there's still color coming out of that tea, that means there's still medicine going in, because some of these are kind of can be a little pricey to buy. So you want to maximize your you don't want to just make one batch and then throw out your tea. You want to run through a couple of times and utilize it to its maximum potential.
And that brings up another point, and that's honestly one of the reasons I'm not buying all these other things because it does get pricey. So look out in your yard, make sure it's not like sprayed with all these pesticides, and you can find a lot of stuff out in your yard if you just go for a walk, right? So yeah, that's
Yeah, be careful though if you go to like schoolyards, because they quite often, you don't know what they like to spray it, like, and especially here in Canada, well, probably the States too. They don't, a lot of countries they ban those kind of chemicals, But in Canada and the States, it's still full on chemical warfare on weeds right now. So just be super, super careful where you get your weeds.
Yeah.
Oh, I
What I
forgot.
can
I've also
add is, oh, sorry.
Madeline?
Okay, what I can add is if Marnie is a D, I'm an F because, whoops, there's
Oh,
my F.
yep,
I'm,
yep.
I'm an F because my diet sucks. I eat what I want, but I'm doing tons of herbal stuff and I am drinking it strong and pungent. Like I do the really strong, terrible tasting burdock and yellow dock, like 1 teaspoon of each of these things. And then I add a teaspoon of like the other stuff that doesn't taste bad with it. But what I discovered, and it's really worth it, I found a huge bag that I was able to purchase of holy basil. And now I'm adding a teaspoon to the mix of holy basil. Oh my God, it's like tasting so good. Like I've started doing that in the last maybe 3, 4 days. And I think it's also lifted my mood. I don't know if holy basil helps with mood, but
100%, 100%.
there's
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff going on in my life that's just coming, and it's like, yeah, it bothers me, but it's like I'm still not crumbling, like falling apart despite that stuff. And I'm going like, okay, wonder if the holy basil has anything to do with it. And another thing I want to add is another discovery I made is hawthorn. I started doing hawthorn because I was having a lot of anxiety, chest palpitation, and that really, really helped. It stops it. I just take this tincture in the morning and I start adding the hawthorn into some of my tea that I make. And yeah, so I'm drinking a lot of concoction. Like I take all the powder, the heavy duty powder, sarsaparilla and nopal and all that stuff, and I make a green terrible tasting brew to drink like down like straight in the morning, dissolved in
Jesus.
water. And I said, okay, this
You're a
is
warrior.
like medicine. So I don't know if all that stuff's pulled out stuff out of me that's helped me a lot in the last little bit, but I've been doing that since I guess for the last well, as soon as I got the stuff when I ordered from Amazon. So I've been doing it all the time. So yeah, so lots of concoction, but the diet, sorry, I have to fail somewhere, and like the diet is not the greatest. I did cut out the wheat and I'm making that seed or a bread, seed and nut bread that tastes amazing. And I
Yeah,
just pretend it's bread, toast it, and that's really fabulous. So
great.
anyway,
Wonderful. Well,
that's
you
my
are doing something right because your aura is so bright and it's so much brighter. Like you have done something for sure, I can tell. Yeah.
Maybe she's pregnant.
Oh
oh
God.
my goodness,
Are you
that
going
would
to
be a
cry?
miracle.
Yeah.
That would be like a
Cry.
Virgin Mary miracle.
We'll have a miracle baby.
Yeah,
Um,
I think we should ask her husband. I, because she looks about 20 years younger.
she does.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
absolutely.
Marty, was there something you were
yeah,
wanting to add to that, dear?
I was just going to say that I forgot that I had horsetail and fennel tea bags that I'd had because of all my concoctions and potions that I've had for so long. So I've been putting those tea bags into the big teapot that I make, and I usually drink about 2 or 3 teapots full of all those teas brewed with the holy basil in as well too. I forgot about that. The holy basil and the nettles and a little tea ball. So
Hey Marnie,
Yeah.
can you talk about your personal project at all? And then I can put a link down below because you do all this stuff.
oh, you mean my Substack newsletter?
Yes. So Marnie has always been very much nutrition based. She's very much a clean eater. She has started a Substack to share the knowledge. I can put it in the link below. But Marnie, why don't you tell everyone about that?
Well, it's sort of a passion project, I guess. I started it in the late summer. It's called Vitamin Marni, and I had to deliberate a long time because I was just, I don't know, I just hadn't written for putting my writing out there basically for a long, long time. So I was having a crisis of confidence, and it took me a long time to get going on it, but I finally did. So, and I'll be posting again soon, something about eye health. But so many people had been asking me about all the things that I put in my morning coffee, for example. So I did a big post on that. And I also did one on the breakfast that I eat. So just things like that. So it'll sort of include personal forays into my life from a narrative perspective, but then sort of sprinkled with, I guess, natural health and healing tidbits, if that makes sense.
Yes, it's awesome. It's very informative, actually. I've read a couple of her articles, and you can learn like just little things like putting. I think you put coconut oil in your coffee or something like that.
I do because it's
Yeah,
anti-Alzheimer's.
yeah. So little things like that that you can absolutely implement in our world today that doesn't cost a lot of money, and that you can just like buy a little thing of coconut oil and just use that in your coffee, and like your body will definitely love you for it.
I can vouch for Marnie's coffee. I've been drinking it for probably about a year now, and it's
Oh,
the
really?
best.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. The coffee purists are quite horrified, but I just think, oh well, this is just a vehicle, and I buy organic coffee, so it's really tasty to begin with, and that way there's no mold or anything or pesticides. So I like it. I like it. So thank you, Madeline.
Awesome. So we'll put the link below, and then we will. Jerry, are you still wanting to pull tarot on what you sent the video to me yesterday and I couldn't watch it? So you're gonna have to tell me all about it.
Yeah, so basically there's a lot of light upgrades coming in right now. So there has to make some room for these light upgrades to happen. So our emotional body is really being affected between now and the end of the month, especially. So it's really this is a time for great purging is taking place right now. So yeah, so I'm just gonna ask the cards here what recommendations and what the cards want to tell us about these energies that are coming through. And I believe that there's a Mars Scorpio amplification happening as well. So there's going to be some serious purging the subconscious is going to start hitting people in the face, and there's already a lot of weariness. We just went through a major physical upgrade of the body the last few days, and apparently there's a lot of affecting a lot of the lungs. We were talking earlier, and thanks for explaining that, Marnie, that a lot of grief does get stored in the lungs. So there's a lot of people might start experiencing bouts of depression, crying for no apparent reason. It can be, try not to personalize it. It can be just collective energy that they're helping the earth release at this time. So yeah, so we're just going to ask the cards here. And yeah, and I've already got mine going here. And so currently, this energy, if I keep the cards close to my body, you guys can still see it. So we got the Chariot here. So this is all about moving fast, and it's about moving in a direction. So there is a new direction we're being moved towards, and it falls right here with what's currently going on, which is things are beginning to flip. So I got the Wheel of Fortune as the present right now, and so that seems to be new territory. There's my sunglasses fell off. Huh? So we're going into new territory, which is the Fool. So this is all about rediscovering everything about ourselves. So this is a really important time that we're moving towards, because there can be so much information. It can be very difficult to keep up with what's going on, especially if you haven't been paying attention to anything at all. So for a lot of people, this is totally new territory. In the near future, though, this energy is going to cause, like, these are cups. Cups are water, so there's a lot of emotion that's going to take place. So the thing about this is that we're going to be walking away from a lot of, well, a lot of problems, maybe relationships with whoever, with systems that aren't in line with our soul's journey. So there's a lot of walking away from stuff that's just cancerous to us emotionally, physically, spiritually. And we do live in a mental matrix. So the advice is to, well, what would you say here, everybody? This is the sword, which is new beginning. So this is about becoming your own master of your mind, or you got a choice. You can be imprisoned by your mind. So it's your choice what you want to align with. So if I mean, you might be over here for a while, but you need to start to shift yourself into the power of the mind. And just to get a couple of clarifiers, these are awesome cards. This really kind of tells the whole story. So this is about the feminine, masculine being resurrected and balanced, the hemispheres. So this, and then if you pull in this card with this is, oops, sorry, wrong card. If you pull in this card with it, this is like the absolute king of your own mind. So the only way that can happen is if we balance our hemispheres. So we honor our feminine, masculine side, and that frequency is what's being blasted right now. So that's where we're at right now.
100%. There's so many things happening in the sky. October 21st is so important, you guys. Like there's the new moon, there's the comet, there's a lot of, I'm pulling a blank. I guess I'm not supposed to be talking about the astrology of what's happening on the 21st, but right now it's super duper intense. So, oh, Madeline's got some stuff.
I
Yes.
got some stuff. That's a two advice card. The whole poll was pretty heavy duty grim, so I don't have to go through that. But the advice is be the hermit, go within, and whoops, I disappear, and let yourself be guided by your angels, your inner wisdom. So yeah, because it's gonna be it's heavy duty right now what we're going through, but just go within and let yourself be guided. So there you go.
Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else?
Well, I see Larry's muted. I'll just quickly add to that. That was awesome. In fact, the Hermit has the lantern as well, and so it's a lot about the light codes that are coming in too. So there's a lot of light being blasted right now. So yeah, we're being shown that that's a multi. There's so much that card speaks to. There's stuff being highlighted at the same time. And yeah, the hermit is all about the wisdom as well. So it's about people maybe starting to embody more of the truth as well, because it's being spotlighted so well here right now too. So yeah, there's so many meanings to that card. Love it. Love your shirt too, by the way, Madeline. That's the original OG etherics there, right? You're on mute.
Right, I finally decided it's time to start wearing it.
Yeah. Maybe that's what's bringing all that energy in for you.
Oh yeah, I've been wearing that for the last couple of days, but I wasn't wearing last week. It's just the last few days now, so I don't know. There's more.
Well, see, Larry's got a blue shirt, so I'm not sure if he's a Blue Jays fan or if he's Dodger blue. So he's not letting the cat out of the bag.
I'm definitely a Blue Jays fan because I have so many Canadian friends that I don't want to be ostracized.
We are moving away from that. We are moving away to the earth where differences of opinions are celebrated again. Yay. We're coming, we're going. Larry or Marnie, do you have anything that you want to share? Did you pull cards?
I got the Ace of Pentacles, which doesn't show up very well. So as I understand it, so this is the time to basically not chase rainbows, but to plant the seeds of success and take tangible steps forward to implement, I think, just success for the future. It's a time to really concentrate on what's going to work and implement it. So I think it's very much a turning point, is what I see.
Awesome. And you bring up a group, like you guys are fucking on fire today. So with all these other things that are happening and all the things that we can absolutely feel in our body, it's like I'm not thinking about the actual new moon. So the new moon is in Libra, so plant the seeds for relationships. Marnie follows Vedic. I follow Western, so she can talk about like the Vedic new moon. So Libra, finances, Ace of Pentacles, right? Relationships, how you relate to other people, your friendships, your soul crew. So plant seeds for that, call them in. Like there's a reason these people are in my life because I desperately called them in at that point in my life. So yeah, it really works. Your intentions are super duper powerful, and we're in a time of instant manifestation. So it's a time to be really aware of what you say and what you think. Thank you, Marnie. Do you have anything else to share?
Well, I'll just say you mentioned the Vedic, and this time it's actually in Libra both ways.
No
So
way. Wow.
yeah, because it's like around 4 degrees in the Vedic system, so that means it would be around 28 in the Western
It is
system.
28. Yeah, it's almost
And
at
it's
that
actually
point.
occurring at 7:26 a.m. tomorrow, Eastern time.
Okay.
So yeah.
So that kind of aligns with our new moon meditation, which is happening at 11 PST. Oh my goodness, we will be under the
After you'll be happening after 7:26 a.m.
oh, it will be after. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but just after, not that much after.
Yeah. Great. Larry, did you have anything? You're muted, I think.
No, I really didn't pull. I did not was not able to focus sufficiently.
Okay. Larry is our numerology guy, and he is so in tune with his messages. And he comes up, like, he doesn't talk much, but he comes up with all these different things. Like, we were looking into where our brainwave states are sitting, and he came, like, you guys know, we're resonant dowsers. And totally didn't even clue in to the fact that we can use resonant dowsing to figure out what our brainwave states are. So, yeah, thank you, Larry. I did pull cards.
Yeah, I can before you go into there, I can add that yeah, with resin dowsing, you can also talk to your pendulum.
Yeah.
And you have to train it first so that it gives you the right answers. But you can talk to it and give you some good answers.
Yeah.
How to train your pendulum, like how to train your dragon.
Yeah, yeah. Preferably a white dragon.
White dragon, Serafina. Amazing. She's our white dragon. Yeah, so I lost my train of thought. Where were we going with that? Okay, so my question was with the energies coming in and the expansion energetically for humanity and Mother Earth, can you tell us anything that we need to know? And I did mention the word purging. So what I got was the Seven of Pentacles. Um, and so this card to me is saying that like it's humanity at the moment. We are beat up. Like we've gone through so much. This woman has a bare basket and all the fruit is in the trees. So she needs a break. She's kind of thinking like, I'm not even sure if these fruit in the trees are going to be good. I don't know if I want to put in all this work to do that. She's got all these different tasks around her. It looks like a farm. So I feel like that's humanity right now, right? Like beat up, tired, in our body, mind, and soul, and still needing to do. So there's a sense of that being purged out of our body right now. The Eight of Pentacles is like Are we almost there? It feels like there's a lot of trudging in humanity right now, right? Like trudging to get there, trudging to make ends meet, trudging to just live, right? Um, and the Seven of Pentacles is like, am I even going to do this? Do I even want to trudge anymore? Am I just going to give up? And this one is like, no, I'm going to put my head down and I'm going to try my hardest. And then what's going to come up is the, I hate the background, is the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is like, my dreams have come true. So the card is saying, yes, it is almost there. We are almost there. So just keep going just a little bit more. The Ace of Swords is cutting away our false kind of mentality. Oh, there was also another thing about the Ace of Swords is, again, yes, be careful of what you say and what you think, because your mind is so powerful that it can manifest things and bring them into reality. So it's a time to just kind of be aware of your mental state, not your mental state, but your mental thoughts, your feelings, your insides, to try to align it with what you want, right? New moon. So, one of the practices I do, I have it written on my bathroom wall in chalk marker. It says, you don't need to call it in. You just align to abundance. And I'm getting goosebumps. You align to abundance. You align to love. You align to unity consciousness. So you just center yourself. Breathe in and out, clearing breaths, and just say that, right? And just check in with your body and feel that energy shift. Sometimes it's just a subtle energy shift, and the more you practice it, the more you'll be able to feel the subtle energy shifts. I definitely can feel when I'm aligned to abundance. And whenever I do banking or whenever I grocery shop, I definitely, before I pay, I'm like, I align with abundance. So that seems to work, and I'm not rich or anything, but I'm doing pretty okay. So the Ace of Cups is, or shall I say I am rich?
There we go. There we go. I wasn't sure if I should call you out on that.
I am rich. I am abundance. I am so rich abundance. So the Ace of Cups is like the highest kind of vibration of the feelings, right? And so that's where we're going. So right now, it feels like humanity is getting purged out, all like the tiredness, all like the slave. You know how people say that we are a slave race because like we have to work so hard to like make ends meet and doing, and we are actually really powerful beings that can manifest instantaneously. So why are we doing that? Because like it is a matrix of like being stuck in like all these lower vibrations. So it's like a trudging out of that. So that is being purged out. So there's your answer to your question, Jerry. That's being purged out. And it's the cards are just telling us like just keep going, because the Ten of Wands is going to come. Advice is to be focused and to be aware of how you're thinking, where your energy is going. And we're going to do okay, right? Like we're going to start getting a handle on not feeling so stressed, not feeling so low. Yeah, so that's my read on that. I'm done.
Fantastic. I'm not sure how much time you want to go here, but I was having a bit of a thought process about doing a tarot reading on the elementals, the fairy realms, and different things like that. So I was I did do a tarot pull while you were doing your reading, and I just wanted to share that if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
Okay, awesome. So we used to, when we were very much into paganism, we were very much connected to the spirit world. And I think in desperation, because we were starting to wane away from that connection, that's when we started doing more blood sacrifices and stuff to maintain control. And it really got dysfunctional and carried away. And I think it's just a cycle of time we're going through because we fell out of the golden age. We fell out of oneness with our creator, and then that's the fallen angel story. And then we went into the silver age, which we were still connected, but we were still falling. Anyways, our connection, if you ever watch Spiderwick Chronicles, that's a fantastic show. It's almost like a biography. But there's strength within the elementals. So we could perceive them if we look carefully at a rainbow, if we look carefully at a waterfall, look at some rocks, you can see that there's elemental spirits within all of those. And in the past, yes, we were fully connected, and we were one with all in the golden age. We are now starting to realize, and this is what's going to happen in the future. We're going to be mourning the loss of our connection when we start rediscovering that we have what we've basically done to the earth and such. But the advice is it's new beginnings, and this is beautiful new beginning cards. So this is about a new way of being that we are going to embody going through these times. But it's very important that we acknowledge and that we come to, what's the word I'm looking for, resolution within ourselves and with each other, so that we can fully heal that modality and then move past the grief, move past the judgment of ourselves and others, and have that mental clarity that we are all one with everything and everyone, and there's no need to fight or be jealous or have any dysfunctionality towards another. So
Yeah, there is enough for everyone. That is how abundant the earth is. There is enough for everyone. And it's just like our systems that make it that there is not enough for everyone, and that's why there's so much competition. There's like this feeling of lack, right? But if you look beyond all of that and look at the earth, there is enough for everyone, 100%. Mhm.
My mantra for years has been uh, uh, oh, now I lost it. Oh my goodness. All I need comes to me. All I need comes to me. All I need comes to me. And by saying that, I actually have it written in my bank book. So just another trick for abundance and manifesting your reality. All I need comes to me. I'm not asking for richness. I'm just asking to have everything that I need. So that's what I want to add about the abundance piece.
Absolutely. And it really is a really good time to do that right now with the new moon, 100%. And, it sounds so simple, and it sounds to the people that are maybe starting this path or not even on this path, like if I just say something, like it's just going to bring it. But yes, it does, right? Like if you just focus on it and just keep repeating it, your manifestations will come true 100%. It's just all like the disbelief that kind of layers it, right? And we've got definite ways of removing all that disbelief and coming back into your center. Yeah. So are we done for the day? My soul food.
yeah, I mean, I would just like to add to that if your frequency is high, then you're a match to higher frequencies as well. If you're vibrating at a lower frequency, then you're going to be attracting maybe some poor outcomes. So the key, laughter. Use laughter, especially around this time. Put on some comedies, tell some jokes. Try not to take yourself too seriously, because the mind can tailspin into some horrible thought process. But then there you go. You're going to need to go into some release programs, because it's a choice, right?
And I had some music playing, like some actual music, and dancing, right? Because I'm not watching YouTube, so I put on some music and dancing and moving that energy out of your body. And you're not dancing in a club, right? So just like dance when you're cleaning, dance when you're cooking, right? Like those are different other ways of getting your energy up. And it really does help move the stuck energy in your body when you wiggle it a little bit.
It's a way of celebrating being alive, celebrating the earth by doing that dance, and the earth will thank you back for it as well.
You know,
Yeah, I think with the manifestation, when you can also manifest for other people, for the earth, for the universe,
Mhm.
and you move into really service to others, which really brings back much to you.
Mhm.
so important, Larry.
I agree.
So, so important. Haven't you guys found that when you're doing something for somebody else, or you're not really doing something in like what, like doing, like getting any of the benefits for yourself, you actually get the most benefits in a different way for yourself. So, being service orientated is the key to unity consciousness, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yes, yes. It's a stepping stone for sure. See, he comes up with these things and he's just so quiet, and then he comes up with these like diamonds. I love you, Larry, so much.
Yeah, I will send you a bill.
Yeah. Keep a tab, keep a tab. Madeline, you look like you're gonna say something.
I was just going to say pearls of wisdom
So
coming out of
many.
pearls of wisdom coming out of Larry.
And you have to stay on the ball because you never know when it's going to happen. Right? It's just like randomly, poof, there you go. There's another one.
Quiet people are always underrated. We're
It's
in the minority, but we have a lot of power.
absolutely. And we are moving into that unity, right? Masculine, feminine, extroverted, introverted, light, dark. It takes it all to become like the whole. I love you guys so much. So, any other thing, or we're gonna say see you later until next time? Tomorrow is our new moon meditation. It's gonna happen at 11 a.m. PST, 12 p.m. MST. Definitely come. I have posted it all around. If you do want to come live with us, I will send you the Zoom link and you can participate while we're doing the actual meditation. It is a very, very important day. So, in these next few days, we're in the orb of the new moon 3 days before, the day of, and 3 days after. So, you can use the energies to plant your seeds that you want to call into your life. And then tomorrow we're going to work on calling in the Divine Lemurian Feminine Blueprint and working with the Three Eye Atlas, the Swan, and the Earth Alignment. That's what we're doing. So thank you for watching our video. If you like what you heard, just make sure you like and share and comment. Let us know what you want. We'd love to hear from you guys. And we're so grateful to be walking this path with you guys. Does anybody want to say goodbye?
God bless you all.
God bless you all, Tiny Time.
Yeah, Sashri call and bless y'all.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you, everyone.